Now, Rick Perry is actually somewhat unpopular in his own state. His approval rating is 41%. His disapproval rating is 42%. It's pretty close, but an approval rating of 41% is not awe-inspiring. And if you're going to run for president and you only have that kind of approval in your own state, that's not very good. Part of the reason is he has this gigantic deficit he created, $27 billion, right? So that has not helped. And he's got some draconian laws that obviously Democrats and independents are not in favor of either. So he's got some problems in his home state. And actually on Fox News, they're going to ask him about it, and he has a fascinating answer. Let's watch.
You have kind of like the Chris Christie phenomenon. Very popular outside your state. Still popular, but not nearly as popular within your state. And there are even Tea Party groups within your state who like you but don't love you. Who say that when it comes to things like not spending a rainy day fund, an idea you came up with.
Right.
You say one thing and do another. What do you say?
I say that a prophet is generally not loved in their hometown. That's both biblical and practical.
Who's a prophet? Who's a prophet? You can't call yourself a prophet. These guys are unbearable, man. Look, there's a saying in Chinese, too, something along the lines of foreign monks are wiser, right? I get the saying. I understand, you know, because if you know the guy, you know, familiarity breeds contempt. It's another way of putting it. But I would have put it in another way. I wouldn't go on national television and say, well, prophets are not liked in their hometowns, and obviously I'm a prophet. Who the hell do you think you are? Does that appeal to people? Does it appeal to religious people where a guy comes out and says he's a prophet? Look, I know he's not being literal, but if I was a politician, I would say, well, I don't mean to call myself a prophet. I'm just saying, or I would have picked a different analogy. They're unbearable. Jayar.
There's the look on his face. You can see it. And I don't know, I don't study Rick Perry all the time, but there's a look on his face, and I don't know if it's always there. As soon as you lean back, he's like, whoa. It's the biggest smug look on your face. It's like he's already taken the dick pics. And he's like, whatever. You know.
Oh, it would be awesome if he did. Well, because of course, that's the only thing that was, you're right, he's got that smug look, man, like, please, I'm a prophet. I am Moses.
Now, maybe it came from how everybody's, you know, the Gingrich guys left, and everybody's saying, well, Rick Perry, you should get in, Rick Perry, you should get in. People are pumping him up right now.
Yeah.
So he's smelling himself.
I haven't heard that term, smelling himself. That doesn't sound good. Okay. So we'll see what kind of damage Rick Perry can do in the race, Mr. Prophet.